You don't want to live chasing the next best thing and forgetting to enjoy the what you thought was the best thing while you were chasing it. Hi guys, my name is Nguli and welcome to my channel. Alright, in today's video, as you can see by the title, we are going to be speaking career and what it's like being a young professional. Okay, so in today's video I've broken it up into 4 questions, and that will hopefully cover everything that is important with regards to this topic. But remember, if you have any more questions to ask, then please put them down in the comment section below, or you can also DM them to me on my personal Instagram account, that is Nonkululekwantlwe. All right, so we are just going to head right into it. So the first question is, what did I study? I studied analytical chemistry. All right, so I hold a national diploma in analytical chemistry, and this is a 3-year course. Technically, the first 2 years is actual theoretical works, so you do that for 2 years. That is a total of 4 semesters. That's how the system works. That's how they break up the terms, in a sense. You know how you get like term 1, term 2, term 3, term 4 in school. So in a university of technology, you get semesters, right? So from S1, semester 1 up till semester 4, you are at school attending lectures and writing tests and exams, and also doing some practical work in the lab at the university. And then in the 3rd year, that is when you move into the industry, right? You need to get yourself an internship or in-service training that will last you for a total of a year, that is relevant to your field of study. Okay, so for me personally, I had to find a job in the chemical industry. But the beautiful thing about studying in the specific university that I studied in is that they actually are very helpful when it comes to this stage. Like, they are very helpful with regards to the transition between university work and, you know, having to work in the industry. How they help us out is they actually set up interviews for the students, and yeah, so that is how I basically got my internship, my in-service training. So yeah, that was a beautiful blessing. That is something that I appreciate quite a lot from being enrolled in a university of technology. All right, so I am currently about to start studying for my BTech, but it's not called a BTech anymore, it's called an advanced diploma. So yeah, and that is an NQF level 7, which is equivalent to a bachelor's degree. So right now I'm at an NQF level 6. So that's just technicalities with regards to studying in a university of technology. Like, what the difference is that you start off at a level 6, instead of, if you go to a university, you would usually start off at a level 7, which is a bachelor's degree, and then after that you'd move to a level 8. But there is an extra step if you take the University of Technology route. Question number 2 is, what were my expectations, you know, for the industry itself, you know, like for the transition from university life into now, you know, working woman vibes. What were my expectations? Okay, so basically I had a lot of monetary expectations. Okay, not a lot of, that's the wrong word to use, but I had big monetary expectations. And why did I have big monetary expectations? This is because, one, it's this thing of, like, you know, you grow up being told, like, study, you know, go to school, go to university so you can make money more.
Open the door.
We break it now.
Open the door.
We are losing our
My friend, open the door. Open the door.
So, like, that was my mindset coming into it. I was like, okay, I did it. You know, you guys told me study. I studied. So does that mean I get the money now? You know, that's just how I went into it. Also, another thing that I did was I googled. All right, I went on Google and I googled like analytical chemistry salaries in South Africa, and it gave a very attractive number, and I was like, boom. As soon as I got a job, okay, as soon as I get a job, I am making like 5 figures. Okay, I was like, I'm making 5 figures, and that's that. But no, that's not that. Because you know why? Entry level salary is waiting for you right at the entryway, right? It's just waiting, just to cut you off, right? Just to dim your lights, okay? Just take the joy away from you, but do not let it. Do not let it. Okay, that is my advice to you right now. Just keep your expectations practical. How much money you make is related to how much experience you have, and you are entry level, so you have none. And also like how far you are studies wise, you know, that also does kind of help. And also, yeah, but mostly it's experience, guys. It's mostly just how much experience you have in the industry. And obviously if you're just coming into the industry, you have no experience, and you technically don't have much to offer the company. They have more to offer you in terms of like experience and also knowledge that they will be giving you in order to enable you to actually do the job. So you can't be expecting like 50,000 to be taught again, you know. So yeah, please like really keep like realistic expectations around money. And another expectation that I had was I really kind of expected to feel different. I don't know if that's like just me or if anybody else has that, but I kind of expected to feel more grown up, you know, like I expected to like, you know, be more girl, you know, be the girl that I know I am in my head. Like I just I expected it to just come to me, you know, for me to just be like step into womanhood, you know. And no guys, like real talk, I'm still a baby. Hi, I'm a baby. And I'm growing, but you know, I haven't reached this like optimum level of womanhood where I'm just like, yes, I am what woman looks like. No, I'm still learning a lot of stuff. And so yeah, that was another expectation that I had that, yeah, unfortunately also did not get met. Okay, no, I need to get positive with this. So an expectation that was actually met is how I expected to have fun, you know. Like I don't want to say this and make you think that now working world is like balloons and jumping castles. No, it's not. But like I did expect to have fun and actually be able to smile and really be happy, you know, on a daily going to work. So that is actually met most of the time. See, that is why I'm saying it's not like sunshine and roses, but most of the time, honestly, I would be lying if I said I am not happy with my job. I mean, I aspire for more, definitely. I aspire to be at a better position. I aspire to be, you know, in a better place, you know, career wise, definitely. What I am saying is I am actually happy right now, and that's very important. You know, you don't want to live chasing the next best thing and forgetting to enjoy the what you thought was the best thing while you were chasing it. Like not ever living in that moment and being like, yes, okay, this is a good place to be. Yes, I want to get to that next step, but this is also a very good and relevant place to be in. And just find joy in where you are, but also still do aspire to do more. Okay, I'm not saying don't aspire to do more, but yeah, that was an expectation that actually got met because I personally just work with great people. Okay, like I'm not saying I get along with everyone, but the people that I do work with are just really great people, and the work environment is healthy. I know not everyone can speak the way that I do, and that is why I'm so very grateful to be able to say this. But yeah, that is an expectation that I had, and that has been met by God's grace. What are my favorite things about my job? Okay, what are my favorite things about my job? Well, number one has to be like how challenging, you know, my job is. Like, and I'm so grateful because, okay, if you studied analytical chemistry, your life can kind of go like one of two paths, like, in a sense, you know, like, can technically go one of two paths. So you can go in the QC route, which is quality control, where you are testing samples and, you know, just that kind of stuff. And you can also go into the route that I went to, which is research and research and development. That is actually, did I say that? That is what I do. That's my job. I work in the research and development department of a polymer company in the coatings industry. So you can go one of two ways, and I'm so grateful that this is literally my first job, right? But it feels like my calling, guys. I'm gonna stop playing. Like, but no, I am happy with the route that, you know, has been orchestrated by the heaven for me, you know, that has been orchestrated by God for me. I'm actually very happy with where I landed, and it is a challenging job, you know, which I do enjoy. It's very challenging. You learn a lot, guys. You learn a lot. Remember, I said you come into the industry with nothing really to offer, and you just need to walk into it and take on the position of a sponge and absorb as much information as you can in order to grow, so that you can eventually turn into an asset for the company or the industry as a whole. Okay, so yeah, that is my favorite thing about work. And also obviously like the people I vibe at work. Okay, I don't want to say that because like it's old people, but they're really nice and sweet people that are just willing to teach me, that are just willing to, you know, just be humanly towards me and be kind to me. And really, it makes all the difference. Currently, I really truly believe I can comfortably say that makes more of a difference for me personally than money does. Okay, which has helped with, you know, my, as we have discussed, my unmet monetary expectations. So it really helps that, you know, I work in a good environment, in a very healthy environment with good and kind people. So it kind of balances it out and consoles me quite a lot for the money that Google told me I was gonna earn. Like, Google. Up next, I just want to discuss a few challenges that I have come across, and these can just vary from person to person, because literally my biggest challenge is just based on the kind of person that I am, like my personality type. That is literally what my biggest challenge is based on. And yeah, that is like, I know I just spoke about how amazing the people are, but it also is a bit of a challenge for me, like waking up 5 days in 7 days of the week for 9 hours. Like, you know, like all you see is like people and different personalities, and not everyone is the same bubbly, happy person every day. And just kind of learning how to navigate that, and also just learning the levels of interaction, you know, like you interact with your colleagues, like your direct colleagues, and it's cool when you guys can be like, not friends, but like you guys can be cool with each other. But then there's also like managers, you know, okay, let's go like supervisors level, you know, there's like, okay, maybe you kind of need to approach this group differently than you do like your regular colleagues. And then there comes management, and you also need to like be different. I'm not saying change the whole time, but the way in which you approach these different people at these different levels will definitely be different. It definitely will be, and it's challenging to learn because you can get so comfortable with being like fist bumping your colleagues, and you might just want to fist bump your manager. But you can't. You really can't. I'm so sorry, but you can't. So yeah, just learning mannerisms around the workplace and how to be with who and all that is challenging for me because I'm not very extroverted. So human interaction is, it's not my strong point, because that's usually what I avoid on the daily. So yeah, just kind of having to learn in that aspect of life has been very, very challenging, but it has been very, very beneficial because like I have grown a lot, I believe. Yeah, I just really feel like I've grown a lot, I've matured a lot, and I am starting to find my feet and really kind of recognize how to be in this sort of situation and how to be in that social situation. And yeah, so it's beneficial. It's challenging, but it is beneficial. And another challenge that I face is imposter syndrome. This one kind of sucks, guys. Like, this one sucks more than like navigating between speaking to your manager and speaking to your everyday colleague. Like, imposter syndrome sucks, guys. It just really sucks. And yeah, it's just this feeling of not belonging, this feeling of not being enough, this feeling of like doubting your ability and your relevance in whatever place you might be in. And yeah, this one just hits me really hard. Like, it gets me right in the heart, guys. It's a struggle. It's a constant struggle, just yeah, especially like when you're working with smart people. Like, I work with really smart people that just know a lot, and most of them have been working for 5 years plus in the industry, and so like they obviously know a lot. But even though like logically like it makes sense for them to know more than you, emotionally, like your emotions just kind of just be telling you, like, you see how good they are, that automatically disqualifies you to be around them because you are not there, and it can be very hard to live in this manner. And honestly, my best advice for this is to, one, definitely pray about it. Like, I pray about it a lot, and that helps me. And also just to train yourself in appreciating others and not so much competing with people. All right, so just let your first instinct be appreciating the good in the next person. Don't make your day-to-day life about competing with the people that you are working with, but rather make it about establishing a system for yourselves, like bouncing off of each other's strengths. That is a more healthy and conducive way to go about it. Okay, so before I was rudely cut off, I was just saying that just making your day-to-day life competition against like your fellow colleagues will just work against you in the long run. It'll work against you. You might feel like you're winning initially. You might just feel like, see, I'm showing them up, like I'm just, and you might even get compliments for it, like, oh, new girl, like, wow. But eventually you need like to have relationships with the people that you work with, healthy ones at that. It's okay to have strengths that are not so much other people's strengths. That is, I'm not saying dim your light, I'm just saying work with people. Don't try to step over people. Okay, that is that on that. So yeah, basically what I'm saying with this video is that life after university, like life, as a brand new career woman, is challenging, but it is also very, very rewarding. Like, it's very rewarding for me to think back at myself, like literally it's been a year and 9 months ago. And when I think of me like a year and 9 months ago, and I think of me now, it's like, what happened? But it's a good kind of what happened. It's not a sad like, oh, what happened to you type of thing. But it's just amazing to see the growth that has happened in just such a short period of time, and you don't really realize it as it's happening. It just kind of happens, like it just keeps happening, and God's grace carries you through it all. So don't worry so much, don't worry so much about uh don't worry so much about like how you are doing at the moment. Like if you are at the entry level in the workforce, then don't worry so much about like how not so smart you are looking in that moment, but just really focus most of your energy on learning and just taking in as much information as you can. And trust me, this will help you. It's still like I'm still learning, and I'm still just trying to live as an asset now to the company. I'm just trying to find my feet still, and hopefully find my strengths and how I benefit the industry. And so yeah, that is just how it works. You start off learning, and you eventually just grow up and grow into being an impactful member of the team, of the industry, of whatever work of whatever group you are working with. Okay, so yeah, relax, God's got this. He's got you, and just trust him, and you will be fine. You will be fine. Okay, so I just want to read to you guys, just to end off, a beautiful verse. It is actually my favorite verse, still is, even to this day, just to encourage you guys just a little bit. Okay, so it is Philippians 2 verse 13, and it says, for it is God who works in you both to will and to work for his good pleasure. Okay, so basically what that means is God is the one that is at work in you. You just need to surrender to his will. All right, you just need to surrender to the work that he is performing in you. He gives you the desires in your heart that are there to please him, and he also just provides for you the capability to actually live out those desires that are pleasing to him. Okay, so yeah, just take up that attitude in life and stay blessed. Remember that God loves you, and I love you. Alright guys, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you enjoyed this video, and also give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend that you feel like would benefit from this. See you guys in the next one. Bye.